This is Koudo, my Night Elf Druid, the Epic Healer. I'll pick out some moments in Poke Dungeon and explain my playstyle in Restoration and then in Feral. The first purpose of this video is to maybe teach someone a little about how to play the class, or maybe pick up something small and work it into their already solid rotation. But more importantly, the second purpose is the opportunity for someone to see me play, pick apart my habits and find areas I need to improve on. I know this video is longer than styles actually wanted, so I'll get started already. As you can see, I like raid frames. I have Healbot, I just haven't set it back up after the patch because I'm lazy. It shows debuffs and stuff I can dispel, and also who gets targeted, just like Healbot. A lot of times when a non-tank gets targeted, I don't even wait for him to take damage, I just throw up a hot on him just in case. And a common sense thing, but you'd be surprised how many people just don't think about it, but heal the lowest health first. Kind of hard to see, so I've zoomed in, but the raid frame is where the action's at. I use my mouse strictly for targeting. I use the keyboard for literally everything else, like jumping. I usually stack Life Bloom on the tank and keep refreshing it because it's a decent hot on its own if it has 3 stacks. Plus, if I'm incapacitated or preoccupied, when it pops, there's a nice back appeal. The whole raid starts taking damage. I hit Wild Growth as soon as I can and then work systematically up from the lowest health. As a healer, I'm not supposed to tank. Sometimes I do. I have a macro set up to bind both Barkskin and Thorns to one key. I don't know how effective this is with other druid rolls because casting Thorns will pop you out of your form. Usually when I have to resort to this, I pop Tree Form anyway. In Tree Form, I just spam Wild Growth and Regrowth, which becomes an instant cast. Another thing I do, which I don't know if there's a name for it, but I'm basically casting something all the time. I think this is a universal rule for any class or role. Most of the spells I use are instant casts, so I cast another spell generally as soon as the global cooldown is up. Healing with the druid can be boring sometimes, so when my hots are up, I try and do a little damage in my spare time. Definitely don't do this if your hots can't hold up, and you gotta be ready to switch mindsets back to healing any second. Needless to say, I don't do this in raids. As long as I have a hot on the target, I can use Swift Mend, which is a lifesaver. Really. I'm not used to it yet, but I've been jamming it in my rotation more and more. The new patch hasn't been kind to feral druids, and I'm a bit rusty on this spec. Here's a feral spec, and I'll explain how I break down my moves. For AoE, I have my kitty swipe. I pretty much just spam it anytime there's more than a couple enemies. Tiger's Fury restores energy, has a 30-second cooldown. Use it when it's up, is what I do. Feral DPS is kind of like a rogue. I do more damage from behind. The Feral Charge Stampede combo is amazing. I use it whenever I can. Basically, I have 3 moves and 3 finishing moves. Mangle is a general damage attack, and it also gives a bonus to bleed damage. Shred is my backstab, does a lot of damage, but I have to be behind the target. Rake is my DOT, it does bleed damage, and I try to keep it up all the time. Those moves give me combo points that I can use to do my main 3 finishing moves. The best one is Rip, which is another hot. This one is harder to keep up because it requires combo points. Then there's Ferocious Bite, which does instant damage per combo point. The last one is Savage Roar, which used to increase all physical damage dealt by 30%. Now it only applies auto attacks. The old rotation for finishing moves was keep Savage Roar up, keep Rip up, and then Ferocious Bite whenever I could spare some combo points. And now I can barely keep Rip up, and with the nerfing of Savage Roar, I barely use it anymore. Combo points don't come in constant rate, so you have to improvise. You have to adapt your strategy to the situation. For instance, using Ripper and Trash is a waste. You can go Ferocious Bite instead. My post-patch DPS rotation needs work. I honestly haven't played it that much. Well, thanks for watching my video.